Hey there, crazy kids. I'm the Good Old Gamer, and we're back to grooving with more Minecraft, exploring Beta 1.8. Hooray! Right. Now, let's see, what do we have? Right. Well, first thing we're going to do today is make a compass and mark our way back to the original spawn point, just in case we should happen to die and not have a proper bed to spawn in, or the game just spawns us back at the original spawn point for whatever crazy reason. So, we need to make a compass, which means we need some redstone and a bit of iron. And we'll take this lapis lazuli for the markers that we're going to make. Alright, so compass. For like that in a diamond shape. And a redstone in the middle. And you got yourself a compass. Hooray. Now for the lapis. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we have to go with the 9 spaces filled to make lapis blocks, right? Yep. Okay. Now, a lot of people seem to forget that you can put lapis in its own block to store it. And because it's its own block, you can actually use it to build and mark with without using wool, dyeing wool blue. And with sheep being relatively rare, depending on where you're at, for us specifically, we're in a desert, so all of the animals are fairly rare for us. It's nice that lapis is, I think, the only dye in the game that you can get as an actual block, which is pretty interesting. And very useful, because it doesn't require wool in order to use it. Now, obviously, you need 9 lapis for a block, so it uses more lapis per block than just dyeing a piece of wool blue, but whatever. Let's see, what else could I use? I think I'll just go ahead with using regular cobblestone for the rest of the marks, because I want to make marking pillars, sort of, that are like 2 blocks high of cobble or whatever, and then the lapis on top. And it looks like we get to kill a creeper on our way around. Apparently home is in this direction. But let's go kill that creeper first. Why? Because I'm a glutton for punishment, obviously. Come on, creepers. No, you don't get to blow up. I said no. No! Alright. So I really don't know how far away our home is. Shouldn't be too terribly far, but let's go ahead and set up these markers so that we know for sure. Now I want to stay within eyesight of the house. This is totally dependent upon your use of the render distance. Right now I'm using normal render distance, so it's a little closer in with the fog than far. if you're on far distance, you won't need them quite so close. But I want to stay just within eyesight of the next pillar, or in this case, home over there. Let's see, make sure I'm headed in the right direction for one. I wonder if I could get away with being on this hill. No, I gotta be kinda down here a ways, it looks like. Maybe right here. There we go. That's a bright marker. Good thing about lapis blocks is that they tend to be fairly distinctive, even from blue wool blocks. Wow, I can't talk. Alright. So now I gotta be within eyesight of that pillar, which means I probably have to stay somewhere on this hill. Now again, the reason that you want to stay within eyesight is so that if you happen to spawn back at the original spawn point, you can make your way back quickly. You don't have to really spend a lot of time searching around. You can go from pillar to pillar to pillar without much trouble. Ooh, iron. Fantastic. A single block. Now, my line of pillars probably isn't going to be exactly straight because I don't tend to follow the compass that closely, but as long as they lead us to the original spawn point, I also end up getting distracted like this. Trying to determine what would be a good spot. Maybe right about here. I could go a little farther out, but I do want to stay within easy eyesight of the next pillar, so... another reason that I'm using stone is it's just less likely to be damaged somehow. I mean, I suppose a creeper blast would still destroy it, but it's not going to get destroyed like if you're fighting a skeleton or a zombie or something. You're not going to knock it down by accident. Gonna have to keep in mind the vegetation will be an issue. You got to keep a straight. The goal here is to keep a straight line of sight with your pillars, so vegetation may be in the way, which means you may have to set up the pillars closer to each other, or maybe make a little indirect route or whatever. Okay, this is probably about as far. Oh crap, and then I'm gonna have to run back because I forgot some more things for the shelter at the original spawn when we get there. I want to set up a shelter there in case we respawn back at night or something over there. Let's go ahead and set up this pillar here somewhere. Where would be a good spot? Right here, maybe? Oops. Okay, let's go back home real quick. Fortunately, I don't need that much for the shelter that I want to use, but I do need some more out-of-the-way materials that I happen to already have. So we might as well go get them. What are those out-of-the-way materials, you may be wondering? Mushrooms and bones for bone meal. Because now, with 1.8, you can make giant mushrooms, which are perfect for shelters. Quick and easy. It's kind of like the treehouse shelter that I had in the Creeper Island series. Quick and easy to set up. Speaking of which, I also need to make ladders to get up into the giant mushrooms. And it's turning nighttime, so it'll be a good time to sleep and turn it day again anyway. Get a fresh start for the day. It's kind of cool that the first house we're going to come upon if we happen to respawn, would be our own home here. We don't have to go clear across the village. Rather unplanned, but a lucky scenario just the same. Bones. I don't need too many bones. Probably 2 will be enough. We'll take a couple of those mushrooms, and didn't I get some brown ones? Brown mushrooms, where are you? Why am I not seeing you? Oh, there you are. And we'll take a couple of those just in case. Depending on how far we are from original spawn, we may need a couple shelters. If it takes us a whole day to get from there to here. Right, so I think that's everything. I'm going to go ahead and take these torches because I'm sure I'll probably need them. Now we can get back on to what we were doing. And actually, just so I know or remember from here which direction home is, let's just put a pillar right here. This one's kind of unnecessary. It's more for when we're here at the village and we want to know which way is home, especially if we don't happen to have a compass on us, or which way is original spawn, I should say, not necessarily home. But It's more of just an easy reminder, oh, original spawn is that way. Okay, so onwards we go. And I guess that pillar there will actually help us to know that the village is there too, but that's kind of a secondary issue, really. And of course these pillars are simple designs. You could get more elaborate or make them way taller if you wanted, whatever. If you made them out of lava, for example, a lava fall, you wouldn't need probably quite as many. Actually, that depends on your render distance. Again, we're getting into vegetation and stuff, so that may be an issue that we'll have to keep aware of. This right here could prove to be an issue. In fact, I might just want to take down these trees right here. Not because I need the wood, but that'll actually help as a secondary bonus. Okay, break apart already. Right, so this is this pillar. So this is kind of the direction of spawn.